An investigation now underway after a Varnville Elementary student was apparently left behind on a field trip and then tried to walk home herself along a busy highway.
WSAV's Danielle Cobb sat down with the police chief who ended up rescuing the 6-year-old from a dangerous situation.
A 6-year-old student left behind by the bus on a field trip decided to walk back to her school, a journey over 2 miles and busy highway. Thankfully, she was safely intercepted right here, about 6 blocks into her journey. The 6-year-old girl was on a field trip Friday with her Varnville Elementary class at the Palmetto Theater. Officials say the child had fallen asleep during a program and woke to the theater empty. Seeing she had been left behind, the girl started walking back to the elementary school on her own, over 2.5 miles and an estimated hour trek by foot. Estill Police Chief Chauncey Solomon happened to be in Hampton when he spotted the child. He turned on his lights and U-turned, rescuing the girl and getting her into Hampton Police's hands, where she was safely returned to school.
It was on a 4-lane highway, and she was walking beside the highway with the little book back on her back. It just looked like a little girl, and it just scared me. Obviously, it's out of my jurisdiction, but those things are never out. The jurisdiction don't matter. Just seeing the danger, and I just act on it without thinking.
The Hampton County School District and the Hampton Police Department are still investigating the incident. We'll continue to update you as more details are released. Danielle Cobb, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Savannah police are asking for help finding the person responsible for a deadly shooting. We're told it happened around 7:30 last night in the 1300 block of Chester Street. That is near Augusta Avenue on the city's west side. Police say when they arrived, they found a man who had been shot. Emergency crews tried to revive him, but were unsuccessful. No arrests have been made at this time. The investigation is ongoing. Now,
If you have any information you can help, you can always call Crime Stoppers at 234-2020. Turning to other news now, time is running out for you to weigh in on a major project that would reshape one of the busiest stretches of I-95. The Georgia Department of Transportation wants to widen I-95 from 6 to 8 lanes. That's stretching from exit 90, which is near Richmond Hill, all the way to the Georgia-South Carolina state line at the Savannah River. More than 90,000 vehicles travel this corridor daily, and that will only increase due to the population growth and industrial expansion, as well as the rapid growth of the Port of Savannah. GDOT says adding lanes should improve traffic flow and reduce crash risks.
Will reduce congestion, which will increase traffic flow. When we increase traffic flow, that cuts down on the rear-end collisions that most frequently happen when you have high congested areas.
That'll connect directly to the program going on in South Carolina as well, which is supposed to expand that from 3 lanes all the way through exit 8 and maybe beyond. The public comment period for Georgia ends this Friday and can be done through their project page. You can find a link at WSAV.com.
Tai Island leaders are racing against the clock to secure funding for a major beach restoration project. They warn if federal funding does not come through, the island could see serious flooding and erosion, a big hit to the local economy.
WSAV's Nikiah Harris joins us in studio to explain what's at stake. Nikiah?
Andrew, Tina, officials say more than half the island's beach has already been lost, and without the federal dollars needed to complete this year's renourishment, parts of Tybee could see flooding and major economic impacts. Renourishment projects on Tybee usually happen every 7 years, but this year city leaders say the situation is urgent. Roughly 60% of the shoreline has already been eroded, and while the city, state, and county have secured their portion of the funding, the federal dollars, about $12 million, have not been yet allocated. Tybee is now competing with other coastal communities for what's left, and a decision from the Army Corps of Engineers is expected later this month.
We'll have, ocean water in our parking lots. We'll also have threat to our infrastructure, to people's homes all over the island. There's a lot at stake. It's dire.
Now, Mayor Brian West also says past government shutdowns and resource shortages contributed to the challenges Tybee is facing now. Nikiah Harris, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Nikiah, thank you. Firefighters from across the Southeast and Tennessee, right here in Savannah, they are training to become tomorrow's fire leaders, and it's happening at the Chatham County Company Officer Academy. This program is a week-long intensive course and meant to transition current and aspiring firefighters into company officers. The academy is modeled after the South Carolina Firefighters Association Fire Officer Academy. Officials say it pushes firefighters to sharpen decision-making and command skills.
Teaches more than textbook material. It teaches you how to actually ride in the seat and actually do the job as that company officer, leading your men and women on fire scenes, helping the community, providing a service.
12 firefighters are set to graduate from the program this Friday.
We are just 3 weeks away from the deadline to file your income taxes. If you haven't yet and you're struggling, there's no reason to panic. WSCV's Evan Smoke has details on how you can get some free assistance.
Here at Georgia Southern's City Campus in downtown Statesboro, its Volunteer Income Tax Assistance or VITA program is allowing students to gain experience while helping people. The program is made up of university students and staff that are IRS VITA certified. VITA stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance, where trained volunteers provide free tax help to eligible individuals. The staff shares that being prepared before coming in can make the process easier.
Just make sure you know what kind of documents you're expecting during the year. Keep up with that. Definitely know your insurance coverage. If it's through Marketplace, that is, you will receive a document through that. And also for our younger crowd, if you are being claimed as a dependent, know that your parents are claiming you, or if you're not being claimed as a dependent, make sure that is communicated with you and your parents.
The program will hold multiple sessions before next month's deadline. For a full schedule, visit our website, WSAV.com. Reporting in Statesboro, Evan Smoke, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Looking ahead now, as temperatures start to rise, people struggling to pay their electric bills and keep the AC on are getting some help. The Economic Opportunity Authority's Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program helps people pay utilities if they meet certain requirements. This includes being 65 or older and under a set income level. Next Wednesday, April 1st, starting at 7 p.m., you can call 912-721-7910 to make an appointment. Spots are limited and you will need certain documents. So for a full list, all the information you need, including that phone number we just gave you, go to WSAV.com/LIHEAP. Again, that's LIHEAP.
The Club Car Championship tees off in less than 24 hours. Today, the opening ceremony.
Sports Director Joey Lamar was there. He has the story.
Yeah, the Club Car Championship holding its opening ceremony on the 10th tee, and this is always a bit of a juggling act because you have the Pro-Am going on also while they're trying to get through the opening ceremony, so trying to let one group play through and then get the opening ceremony in right after that. The ceremony lasting about 15 minutes. The highlight was military. Members of the armed forces were a part of the military band, color guard, and national anthem performance. The opening tee shot was performed by Jonathan Morrison, who said he was not nervous despite having a crowd and cameras watching his shot.
I'm a W-5 in the Army, so I talk to generals and brief high-ranking officers and stuff on a daily basis. So it's not something it's typical for me and I'm comfortable with it. It's just you know, you're going up there, you don't want to make a bad shot, but at the same time, like I said, I'm not perfect, but I give it a shot. So all I can say is thanks, and I appreciate it.
Tournament director Brett Donahue said incorporating the military with the Club Car Championship always makes him proud. The Pro-Am will conclude this evening, and the tournament starts bright and early at 7:20 a.m. on Thursday. Reporting from Savannah, I'm Joey Lamar, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Now, Time Saver Traffic, sponsored by Arrowhead Clinic, the accident doctors, where it pays to get well.
Right now we're checking out the traffic flow along the interstates across the area, looking pretty good. Along Interstate 16 in our vantage point at Pluer Parkway, our westbound and eastbound lanes are flowing smoothly, but back to the west near Little Neck Road, that's where we were experiencing a small delay, but that scene has since cleared out, so your drive heading into the city is looking pretty smooth. Slowing down a little bit just past I-95 along Interstate 16 westbound. 95 flowing pretty smoothly northbound and southbound through Chatham County and much of the area as well. Heading down to Richmond Hill along US 17, taking 26 minutes right now.